You look at the screen, you see a 19-year-old girl. She sits in the back of a police car. She smiles directly at you. Then, she sticks her tongue out. Amaya Cookie Diaz acts like she is filming a fun video for her friends. Independent journalist Michael Elizondo captured that exact moment on camera. It looks completely lighthearted, it looks carefree, but it hides a sickening reality. Before we reveal the truth behind that smile, subscribe to the channel right now to stick with us for every verified detail. Just hours before that camera rolled, a horrific execution happened. Caroline Peña was a 32-year-old mother. She took care of 5 children. Someone left her bleeding out on the hot pavement. This did not happen after dark. It did not happen in a quiet alleyway. A brutal attack took place on the 800 block of East 10th Street. Cars rolled past constantly. People watched in full daylight near a local Sonic. Today, you will finally see the dark connection that brought these specific sisters to that street corner. You will also unmask the hidden background information police are keeping tightly sealed. The viral clip circulating online only gives you a fraction of the story. Everything you think you know about this daytime tragedy rests on a completely hidden timeline. Who were these girls really targeting? Because behind those chilling smiles lies a deeply calculated backstory that explains exactly why a casual afternoon encounter turned into a brutal execution. To understand how a busy street corner becomes a crime scene in the middle of a Thursday, we have to look past the casual smiles and trace the timeline of a missed phone call. Del Rio, Texas is usually a very peaceful border city. 35,000 people live there. Everyone knows their neighbors. You run into old childhood friends at the gas station. Caroline Peña, known to everyone as Caro, was the life of this community. Zelina Ochoa grew up alongside her. They learned motherhood together as teen moms. Caroline always took care of everyone around her. She raised her 5 kids with absolute pride. Her oldest son is just 17 years old. Now, look at the clinical medical logs from the Val Verde Regional Medical Center. Doctors rushed to save her life. Caroline arrived with multiple, deep stab wounds to her torso. To see how she ended up there, we must step back exactly 24 hours. Caroline spent the previous evening cooking a normal dinner. She laughed with her daughter. Her close friend Cristina Salinas sat right beside them. The air felt completely calm. It felt safe. Nothing warned them that this was their last normal night. The next afternoon, the clock started ticking rapidly. At exactly 1:35 p.m., Christina's phone began to vibrate on the counter. Caroline's name lit up the screen. Christina missed the call. Minutes later, a massive confrontation erupted on East 10th Street. Caroline stood her ground in front of the local Sonic. A sudden explosion of violence shattered the afternoon peace. Witnesses screamed as weapons appeared in broad daylight. If Christina had answered that phone, she might have changed the entire day. She carries that agonizing weight with her right now. What did Caroline desperately want to say during those final seconds? But as the sirens began to echo across Del Rio, the internet was already hosting a piece of evidence that someone desperate tried to burn off the grid. Cristina Salinas will always look at that 1:35 p.m. timestamp with agonizing regret. But while her phone went silent, the digital landscape was already burning with clues. The physical violence on the pavement ended quickly, but a digital wildfire was just beginning. Local community Facebook pages suddenly exploded with posts. Panic spread across the neighborhood networks. Someone uploaded a raw photograph taken directly at the scene. The image showed a woman standing by the road. Her hair was pulled back into a messy bun. Her white shirt was heavily stained with bright red blood. Cristina Salinas saw the upload. She recognized Caroline instantly from the back of her head. The picture showed Caroline completely surrounded by a group of angry young women. Then, the digital footprint vanished. Someone systematically scrubbed the image from every single public page. Why did they delete it before detectives arrived? To solve that, we must examine the unique anomalies surrounding this daytime encounter. The attack occurred in a high-traffic commercial zone. The perpetrators chose a location directly exposed to public view. The crowd actively filmed the dispute rather than intervening. The emergency response happened instantly due to passing drivers. The online evidence was manipulated while the victim was in transit. Detectives immediately swarmed the area near the Sonic. They pulled surveillance tapes from local businesses. They processed the physical evidence on the street. They interviewed dozens of motorists who saw the blades flashing. Piece by piece, investigators built the puzzle. They tracked the cell tower data from the exact minute of the attack. They realized the deletion of that photograph was a coordinated move to hide a prior relationship. The people in that circle knew exactly what they were doing. They wanted to control the narrative before the police arrived. Who do you think was behind the immediate scrubbing of that street corner image? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments. An image that, if left online, would have exposed the direct, simmering malice between the victim and the 3 girls arrested just blocks away. The raw images were scrubbed from local town forums in a matter of minutes, but the physical trail led investigators straight to a trio of young friends. At exactly 4 o'clock that afternoon, the police closed in. They arrested 3 young women without a chase. 2 of them are blood sisters. Kitty Mia Diaz is 21 years old. Her younger sister, Amaya Cookie Diaz, is 19. The third suspect is their close friend. Her name is Keandra Renee Faz, and she is 21. Police charged all 3 with first-degree murder. They took them straight to the booking desk. The girls did not look scared. They did not cry. Instead, they stood in front of the booking camera and smirked. In the official mugshots, those mocking smiles remained completely intact. Amaya looked like she was enjoying a vacation. This brings us to the most unsettling detail of the entire investigation. The Del Rio Police Department has run into an absolute wall. They have released no motive. They refuse to say if the sisters targeted Caroline or if this was random street rage. Seeing behavior like that is entirely haunting. Hit that subscribe button right now to track their first formal appearance in court with us. We know the sisters had a digital history in the area. Rumors are tearing the small border town apart. People are fighting in the comment sections of every local news station. Neighbors claim a bitter grudge had been simmering for weeks. But the authorities refuse to confirm a single rumor. They keep the case files under absolute lock and key. When suspects smile like this for a booking camera, does it show a lack of reality or a calculated message? Tell me below. They left behind a town permanently scarred by an intersection and a family forced to live inside a question with no clean answer. While the police department continues to protect the hidden files detailing why this confrontation exploded, but Caroline's 5 children cannot afford to wait for a motive to feel the loss. The 3 suspects now sit inside a secure correctional facility. They are waiting for their first formal day in court. The viral video clip will eventually fade from your social media feeds, but the real casualty of this case is a broken home. Caroline's 5 children are facing an absolute nightmare. The oldest boy is only 17. He must now help lead his siblings through a future without a mother. The family is completely heartbroken, furious, and actively demanding answers from the state. We must explicitly state that Kitty Mia Diaz, Amaya Diaz, and Keandra Renee Faz remain innocent under the law until a jury delivers a final verdict. A smile on a journalist's camera is not a legal conviction. True justice belongs in a courtroom, not an internet trend in Diaz. Let's keep the focus on Caroline's memory. Leave a message of strength for her children in the comment section below. We will stay on top of the courthouse records for you as the grand jury convenes. We will be here when the formal trial begins. Subscribe to the channel, stay grounded in the facts, and I will see you on the next update.